FOS-TV is brought to you by the Lion's Den. The Den always has been and always will be about enjoying family and friends in an environment steeped in Happy Valley tradition. So come back to the Den, the perfect place to recall old memories while creating new ones.
Oh boy. Jeff feels good.
Questions for Coach? Joe, it looked like Bolden got a concussion. What happened? Could you tell us?
I'm not sure yet what it is. He was having trouble remembering some things, so they took it. And I think they did what was right. To keep him out. We'll know a little bit more tomorrow. They get a chance to get him back home and give him some tests. But right now, you know, nobody would have been comfortable putting him in.
If it's a concussion, Coach, if it's a concussion, would he play next week?
I haven't got the slightest idea. I don't have an MD after my name, you know.
Joe, why did you go, after Bolden got hurt, why did you go to McGloin and not Newsom?
Well, because, you know, we were still in that thing, and Newsom's got probably, you know, is a better athlete than McGloin, but McGloin's a little bit more stable. I wanted to switch over. I didn't want to stick Newsom in a situation where he wasn't quite ready for it, because he's, you know, the other kids, you know, the other kid's been with us a year. The other kid's not exactly true freshman.
How do you think?
He was a walk-on we gave May.
How do you think McGloin played? And you were able to get Newsom in there some. How do you think he did when he got in there?
Who?
McGloin and Newsom.
I thought he did well, except for the one he threw. He got hungry. No, you know, that's what happens to young ones. You know, they start throwing the ball, one touchdown pass, and they're all easy. That one wasn't so easy.
Coach, you were looking for more enthusiasm. You feel you had some bounce here?
I thought we had a little more bounce. Yeah, I really did. I thought, you know, the sideline was better. I thought you know, we took off, even though at times we got fooled with the slant. That's really a good down group of guys there. Those two inside guys are tough. And I think overall, you know, we hung in there, and I was pleased with the. You know, we weren't dead. We were having a little fun out there, that kind of thing.
Hey Joe, how do you think the running game went? You guys still seem to struggle a little bit against a team who doesn't play the run real well.
How did our running game went?
Yeah.
I thought we were better. I thought we were pretty good. Yeah, they're not a bad football team. They're a pretty good football team, Minnesota. They've been in some tough games. Now, I was worried about whether we could handle the inside people, and then you know, they start taking the safeties and start bringing them up around the football to take away some of the wide stuff. So that's when we started out with the idea we were going to run more, but you know, they had really committed themselves to take the run away, and Bolden was having a good day, so I think we probably threw 5-6 passes in the first 7-8 plays, didn't we? I don't know.
Will McGloin start
Pardon me?
Will McGloin start on Saturday if the other guy gets
I don't
Bolden?
You know, I'm not going to make up my mind until we have a chance to look at some tapes and work at it. If the other kid can't go, if Bolden can't go, then we'll put the two other kids in situations, you know, tougher situations than they've been in so far. And whichever one seems to be able to handle whatever kind of pressure. Because, you know, we got a tough ball game coming up. And this is a good football. We're going to score points. Every time I've seen them, Michigan this year, they've scored a lot of points against a lot of people. So I think we're going to have to be really good offensively. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Willis seemed to have a pretty good game back there today for a kid who was pretty much playing for the first time. Willis seemed to have a pretty good game in the secondary today.
Well, you know, he's a freshman. No, I've said it. You guys are tired of hearing it. But we're a young football team. It got younger because of so many key injuries. Now we go out, we finally get that quarterback over the hump. He was reading pretty good and some things, and we lose him. Now we got to start all with the other two kids and build up a little confidence in them and make sure what we decide to do with them they can handle, because every one of them is just a little bit different. I thought that probably doesn't answer your question, but that's where I am right now.
Joe, I think you said McGloin was a little more stable than Newsom.
Well, not stable in the way you might think I meant it. I mean, he has a little bit more, he's not the gifted athlete the other kid is. So he's got to pay attention to his he's got to do homework. He's got to do a little better job reading. In fact, that's why I was surprised when he threw that second interception, because he had a guy wide open underneath. But he had hit the first one, and he thought he could hit the second one easy, so he throws deep when he had a wide open guy underneath.
But then you did choose to put Newsom in.
Huh?
You did choose to put Newsom in later. Did you?
Oh yeah, well, because Newsom can do some things.
Yeah.
I got to get. We got to get Newsom ready. We got to get both of them ready if the other kid can't play. They're one play away.
Joe, was Kevin hurt at all today?
Huh?
Was Newsom hurt at all today? He had to sleep.
Well, he's got a little problem with the knee, a little bit.
Is that the reason he came out on that series with the timeout?
I don't think that was a reason. It must have been something. What I tried to do was I tried to get the guys upstairs. What I told them was, I said, we'll keep Newsom right here and we'll use him for certain situations. I want to throw the ball a couple of times early with Newsom because I want them to worry a little bit about, because he's got a good arm. And then I thought maybe he'd have a better chance to run when we needed it. You know, when you go in the shotgun, the guy's got to be a runner. The quarterback's got to be a runner. It's single way. And every time we've put Bolton in there, you know, he runs around. He looks good, but he doesn't make anything happen.
Silas Red gave you a boost. How much have you seen from Silas in his development so far?
Well, Red's going to be pretty good. He makes a lot of mistakes, and he's got to learn how to pass protect a little bit better. And, but he's going to be a good player.
I'm sorry, what did the soldier give you after the game that you have there in your hand?
Well, the soldier gave it to me. He gave it to me from his buddies over in Iraq. He's got a daughter that goes to Penn State, and she loves it. And he said his buddies wanted me to have this, which I think is pretty nice of him. I said, he wanted to thank me for it. I said, you're thanking me. He said, hey, these guys are over there getting shot at. And, well, how many, that secret report came out, how many have been killed over there? You know, and brought back days of my days in Korea. I didn't exactly scare the Koreans.
Hey, Joe, your secondary's given up 10 touchdown passes this year, 3 today. Are you worried about the secondary?
Sure, I'm always worried about secondary. But again, I think you got to be careful. I thought coming into this game that Minnesota was a good offensive football team. And defensively, I thought they played it run well because of those two guys inside are big guys at 330, 335. Yeah, I was worried about that. And because the quarterback at Minnesota's played
46 consecutive starts.
Yeah, I mean, he's good, and their wideouts are good. Now, their wideouts dropped a couple of passes on them today, which helped us. But they're, I think, a good offensive team. It's a big offensive line. Those guys, we think 300 is big. They're 350. I don't know. I'd take another look at some things.
Take one more? Joe, that said, how important was that interception at the end of the first half?
I think it was very important. That turnover's a big game. You know, I kept telling them, we need one turnover. When I was talking to the guys, I said, one of you guys got to come up with a play. We haven't come up with plays. You know, we went through it. We didn't have a turnover against Alabama. I don't think we had a turnover against Illinois. I don't think we had a turnover against Iowa. And they kicked. We got to play one play out of the kicking game. in one of those games, but it's, you know, you gotta make something happen for yourself. You can't just let the other guy do everything he wants to do, and we have not been doing that. Today we did a little bit, and maybe we'll get some guys that can understand what we're talking about. We'll see.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, what time's the game? 8 o'clock, is it? Next week? Yeah. Okay. Well,
Joe, were you in Korea after you went to Penn State or before you went to Penn State? You said you were in Korea. What year were you in Korea?
I was in Korea coming out of high school. I was in the occupation 1946. I was down in Incheon. And then they moved me up to Samcheon. Who's ready? On the Sea of Japan, and I ran a radio truck. Up in a radio truck, and I was 18 years old.
How long were you there?
I was there 6 months, and then the service academies were trying to get me to go there. So they pulled a couple strings and got me out. When I came home, my dad said, "You're due to be in Annapolis in 3 days." I said, "I hope they don't sit around waiting."
Thank you.